I gotta do the other video about what Chrissy's gonna say after, so I'll do this video now. Okay, so I wanna do this video, and this video is gonna be about me. Now, I can't get so deep, because if I go too deep, ooh, that's too much. You can get deeper, and you can get deeper, and then you can get deeper, and then you can get deeper. Basically. For me, I don't want to do that. Like, I'm not gonna go, because I can get deep. I made a video once that was really deep. I couldn't even get through the whole video because I was like, oh my god, I'm getting even deeper. Oh no, I said that. Oh, nah, I can't do all that. I'm sorry. Today I'm just gonna address a few things. Um, so, I've had a habit of, talking about topics that are like about dating and stuff. But I don't really talk about it on my channel that much because it's like, I don't know. Well, starting out this year, I really didn't have much of an experience with dating anyway. I mean, like, I have some experience, but I am very lax, okay? So I'm not really into like the whole thing like that. And that's the whole thing with me and guys. Like, me and guys are very weird, okay? And then that's where it gets a little deep, okay? So I will reel it in so then we will not get too deep, okay? For me, it's like, let's start from the start, okay? For me, I don't really see that with men, I am really, I am not really elusive, basically. I am more bold in your face, like, straightforward. This is weird to guys because I'm not flighty. Excuse me. Sorry. For me, I don't know. Like, I don't take the feminine role, basically, when it comes to men. I'm not very. Another thing is, I'm not very soft one. And that kind of goes back to other things, reeling it back in, okay? Because, like I said, there's so much to talk about for me that I don't really like to talk about because, and yeah, people always think, oh no, that's too weird. And some of it is too weird for people who aren't like me, so I don't talk about it. Um, but yeah, like for me, I don't know. Let's start with this. This is more what you could understand, okay? So my mother is was a single mom, okay? She's more the type who doesn't really he doesn't really have she is my mother is not very she's not very connected, okay? Now, we come from a line of people, okay? Different things going on there, okay? But from my point of view, I wasn't really hit with it. But I was hit with it secondarily, basically. Now, my mother was born to two parents, two parent home, two parent black family, mother and a father. And some people would think that's proof. No, not in this case. I'm sorry. Not at all. Um, it's more so like not good, okay? In my mother's family, they are really, really, really bad, okay? The relationship was terrible, okay? Just not good, okay? Like, some of the stuff that they talk about, it's not even PG-13 to mention here, okay? It really isn't. Being completely real, I think I'm gonna trigger some adults if I talk about it too much, okay? So, from my mother, basically. That marriage was the match made in hell, okay? And so my mother did not like things like that. She didn't. She was like, I'd rather just be over here alone. Thank you. You know? And it makes sense. I mean, like, honestly, if you just came from hell and you understood, oh, marriage did that, then you'd be like, hell, I never want to be married ever, okay? Doesn't matter what, okay? Just leave me out, okay? So, for me, I didn't grow up with that at all. Like, by the time I came around, those people were just yelling and calling each other F word. No guns, no knives, no tea, or no beatings. So, I mean, I never really saw a tumultuous marriage, really. But for me, I didn't really grow up around men. That's another thing. Because my mother didn't like men. My mother didn't like men because my mother didn't like men because she felt like men cause problems, okay? Some people think men solve problems. My mother always thought men cause problems. So she always kept them out of her life. You know how she did them? She just used them for sex and discard. Like a tissue, okay? And in a sense, for me, I'm not that different in how I am. I am kind of like, because my main thing is just like, well, there's two sides of it. For one, I'm not very accessible to men, really. In either way, really honestly, if you really think of it, like, a lot of men are ugly to me. I'm sorry. They are. I'm not very attracted to men, and if I'm not attracted to them, it takes 2 seconds. 2 seconds, I look at a man and I'm like, bam, I'm not attracted. You know, that's how it usually does. And then it's like, we're not going to do anything. He can be the nicest guy, have the most money. I don't know. There's nothing he could do for me. And a big penis is the worst nightmare ever, so don't talk to me about that, okay? Anyway, so for me, it's like that. Like, I'm not very accessible to men, really, but that is the most accessible side to me. You're talking about my love romance part. I don't have that, really. I mean, I have it, but I have it in a small way in a corner somewhere that I'm not really caring about. Like, it's like, it's over there. It would be cool if it was there. That's cool. But it's like I always say, and I always use this analogy, but it's kind of dirty if you use it, but let's use it. Basically, um, for me, I basically have two holes, okay? But one hole isn't really accessible, okay? And the other hole is more accessible, okay? So for me, it's like, but not completely like accessible to like the whole wide world or anything like that. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's just one is more accessible, like, it takes, like I said, it takes 2 seconds to know. And then after that, there's the other hole. That hole has never been accessible to anybody, really, to me. It's just, it's like, it's a thought, really, for me. It's a thought that it would be cool if I got along with someone and we were like compatible companions, partners, blah, 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 blah. And the things that people talk about on other levels, like, guys, like, the traditional stuff, that's where I just went, oh my god, no! And then the reason I'm like that is because it's like everything I don't know, understand, or want, really, kind of like think. And the reason that is because, like I said, the way I grew up. Like, my mother was a single mother. She did it all, okay? She took care of stuff. She had money. She did the stuff. College degree, everything. You do everything. You take care of everything and you make things work. That's how I see it. It's like, you make it for yourself. I don't think of it like, a lot of people think of it like a high quality man or to get a bag. Oh god, those sugar daddy types. Leave me. that stuff weirds me out like none other. I'm not judging them. See, that's the thing for me. Just because I choose not to do a thing does not mean I'm gonna look down on someone and be like, oh my god, you're doing that. No, it's just some kind of like, do what works for you, lady, okay? I don't care. Why would I care what you do? You do it. If it worked for you, then good to you. Good to your life, okay? That's all I care about. I mean, I'm not trying to down anyone's way of living. Go ahead, do what you do, girl. That's how I see it. But I'm just saying, from my point of view, I'm more of an independent-minded person and a solitary person. And then, like I said, I don't fall for people very easily. Like, that part of me is so inaccessible. And so then this goes down to everything that I was saying. Because, like I said, I can't really, it's hard for me to explain everything without giving you the whole picture. Because if I gave you the whole picture, you'd be like, what the fuck, basically. And that's just kind of like my own private things. Every now and then, I actually tell people. Usually it's guys that I don't want around. Or one time I was trying to get someone off my back and I was like, yeah. That was a whole different story though. But like, yeah. Um, I usually don't let in people that part of me because when I have, people have thought, what the fuck is that? Anyway, so point is, for me with guys, it's always been like they like to take a role that I can't. Like, I take a role first, for one, because I'm very, like, when I like a guy, I kind of get really assertive and I get, like, the dominant side, because I'm a dominant person. I'm dominant with sex,